Well then, since you never shut up, I'll say hello, everyone. Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 89.
Wow.
Right?
That's close to 100.
We are 11 episodes from our centennial.
We're much closer to 100 than we were when I said when you said one time we were like episode like 38 and you're like, wow, that's almost 100.
That's great.
Yeah.
I am Mikey T, and of course, across from me is Curb Stomped. You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers. Just give us a hot Google,
Yep.
and we will show up.
Exactly.
We are the number one Curb Stomped and Mikey T in the world.
Curbstomp.com.
Yes, do it.
Yep.
Bit of a show for you.
Yep.
This is the Stream Void Podcast. You're listening to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
Bit of a show for you. We got a little bit of news. We got a little bit of things that we did during the week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Curb does. I don't. I didn't do anything during the week. But
I don't do anything during the week.
You
either.
didn't do anything? Your
No.
list is longer than mine.
Well, okay. I mean, if you're considering gaming as something that you've done, yeah,
well,
I
then
guess
tell
so.
me about it.
Okay.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your games. Tell me about your work. Tell me about your week.
Well, work week was short because I was not feeling well Monday night. I had like a crazy headache, and then it continued on till Tuesday morning. When it was like a throbber. I had a throbber.
A hot throbber.
Like I'd be walking and be like, oh, like as I take steps, my head hurts more. So I just was
never
like,
had a headache like that.
yeah, it was very weird. I was like, okay, I'm going back to bed. So I didn't go to work on Tuesday. And then like late in the day on Tuesday, the woman in the office called me and she was like, how you feeling? And I'm like, well, first of all, they didn't reply to me. Like I texted saying like, I'm not coming in. No reply or anything. I was like, fuck it. I don't know if they got it or whatever, but they're not even going to reply. So who cares? But she called me in the late afternoon, like, how you feeling or whatever. I'm like, I'm better, but whatever. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, you know, we're in a bit of a pinch here. Like, can you come in tomorrow to make up some time for today? And I got some stuff that I need you to do. And I was like, okay, if I'm feeling all right, I'll come in and do some work. So I was feeling all right on Wednesday morning. So I went in, worked for, I don't know, 4 hours or something, and then left. We're getting a PST audit.
Oh.
PST is provincial sales tax. It's a tax we do here. Anyways, we have to show all this paperwork about whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd already done this, but I don't know, she fucked it up somehow, so I had to redo it. But at the end of the year, we have to total up everything we've written off for use in the store. Like if we need to use packing tape, we don't buy it from a vendor. We just take it off the shelf and write it off, right?
Yeah.
So we have to have a total of what every month was, right? Which I had done. Oh, maybe I hadn't done it by month. It was broken down by month. Maybe that's what it was. I had to go through and total up all the receipts, basically, for... Yeah, it sucked. I mean, whatever. And then I have to, like, I have to look up the cost of the item. Yeah. I don't do it off of retail. I do it off of cost.
Yeah.
And then I have to calculate what the PST would have been on that total. It's a fucking whole thing. So anyways, I did that for a few hours. And then, like, when I finished it, I had to also find some bills to show we bought these items at that price.
Yeah.
So I had to go through the records and find the bill or the invoice. And then when that was done, I was like, okay, here you go. I've done it. I'm leaving. And she was appreciative, like, oh, thank you so much. You know, this is a big help and blah, 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 whatever. So
yeah.
that was fun. And then no one was in the office on Friday, so I was all alone. Man, what a great day to be at work. What a great day. Just like turn on a comedy video on Netflix, get to work, just listen to something and laugh your ass off all day.
Yeah, nice.
So it was pretty good that way. So other than that, work was just the same usual baloney.
Yep.
As usual. It's been, what is it, July? Since January, it's been the same. So. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Anyways. But other than that, did a bunch of gaming. I think first thing I'll say is, have you seen Raised by Wolves? This is an HBO show.
HBO show?
HBO show.
No, I've seen the BBC show, Raised by Wolves.
What's that about?
It's about a mother growing up, raising her 6 kids.
Okay.
In like super poor England.
Okay.
And like trying to eat leaves out of the park.
And is it like it got religious overtones or anything?
No, it's just hilariously funny.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, this show's not
so
funny. This show's not funny. It sounded very similar when you said that, because this show is about a arc of people that were not even people. There was 2 androids and like 9 embryos that were shot off of Earth to go to Kepler
How is this
2b. Well, the kids are raised by the android named Mother, who raises them on this foreign planet, and they're just being raised, and she's got to protect them, and it's like kind of got religious overtones where like they're being raised as atheists, like not believing in like religion or whatever, but the people they were fleeing from are all religious, and it's like very futuristic, like they're androids, obviously spaceships, but then like the other group are like their like space armor kind of looks like armor, like medieval armor, and they have like a sun logo on their chest. So it looks very interesting.
Little crusades, like,
yeah, basically. And they're on this planet, and it's like, what's going on there? And after I watched the first episode, I was like, yeah, that was pretty good. And then it was like, oh, it was directed by Ridley Scott. So I was like, oh yeah, no kidding, it's pretty good. But I've watched like 6 episodes of it. It's just a crazy like science fiction show.
Interesting.
I would recommend it for sure. So it's 2 seasons so far, I think. It's been very good.
Cool.
Yeah, big budget.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, she's a repurposed, like, they're called necromancer androids because they were like the ones that would fight.
Yeah.
And this one was like deactivated and reprogrammed to be like a protector, but also she was implanted with like an artificial womb so she could like grow these fetuses when they got to the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, very crazy.
Weird.
Very crazy show. I would recommend it.
Cool.
So that was basically the only thing I watched this week. Other than that, I played a bunch of games.
Yes.
So I'll start with the first one I played, besides Minecraft.
Yes.
I've talked about Minecraft enough. Last Call BBS.
Yes.
This was added to Game Pass.
Yes.
And I found it accidentally. It wasn't actually on the Game Pass app yet. It was just like being added to Game Pass. So I had to go to like I had to find it in the store on the website and then install it to Game Pass that way.
Oh, interesting.
So this game, did you look at this at all?
Yes, it is the final game by Zachtronics, and I loved every game he's ever made.
Oh, what are the other games?
That's oh god, no, I can't even.
Okay, well that's.
But he's got a ton. He's got like exobytes, and it's all just like super tough, super hard puzzle games.
Yeah, this is a puzzle game, but it's like in the facade of a BBS where you call into it, and as soon as I saw the what it was, I was like, oh, I got to try this. So basically, it's a old computer that's set up to be hooking up to a BBS where you can call in. For anyone that's younger than 40 years old, a BBS was a bulletin board system where you could like call in and you could download programs or look at pictures or communicate with people. This was like internet before the internet, basically. Yeah. And this one, you call in and there's all these little games you can download, and then the premise of the game is that your like cousin or something has set up this old computer for you to look at this stuff because you're interested in old technology, and he's put little notes in the computer for anything you do. A little thing when you do it, it'll pop up and be like, oh, this is the history of this game or whatever. So you call into the BBS, you can download a game. You have to wait for it to download. So if it says it takes 3 minutes, it'll take 3 minutes to download. And then it'll say like, oh, you've exceeded your download limit. You have to wait 15 minutes. So then you play the game for 15 minutes and you can go download something else, which is kind of like the way the BBSs were back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember it was more of a data limit rather than a
Oh yeah, data limit for sure. Well, some
BBSs
would have like download limits as well. Like you could only download this many megs at a time or this many bytes at a time.
Yeah. So at first one I downloaded was this sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like Picross kind of, but not really. And it was a dungeon themed, like you have to build walls, and when you build the walls properly, the puzzle is completed.
Yeah.
So I played that while I was waiting for my 15 minutes to pass up. So then I could download the next game, which was this one called Steed Force, which was like a fake 80s anime that this guy really liked about Gundam sort of things.
Oh,
but it was like
cool.
a model building kit where you like cut the little model pieces out of the plastic frame.
Yeah.
And then you would like snap them together, and then you build your Gundam, and then you could paint it and everything. And I built it, and then I was like, oh, let me paint it. And you can
that's what you
mask
sent
it.
to me.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, yeah.
mask it.
That's super cool.
Yeah, but then as I was like, oh, you can take it apart, and then as I took it apart, I could see like, oh, I should have painted it before I built it, which is probably the way they would do it, because there'd be like the piece was blocking had no paint on it, so it was very crazy. Yeah, so I played that for an hour just to get an idea of it.
Yeah,
and,
nice.
Yeah, it was very cool, very interesting game. I liked it a lot. I made a little YouTube video of it. If you want to check it out, you can go to my channel and watch it. But yeah, it was very, very cool game. So I would recommend it.
Yeah, I'm showing on the screen right now of various other Zachtronics puzzle games. They're super complicated, super like weird.
Yeah,
like lots of programming involved and stuff like that just to do these.
The first game I downloaded with the dungeons and whatever it was called, it was rated like 4 or 3 skulls out of 5 for difficulty.
Yeah,
I think it was 3 skulls. So I was just like, oh crap, like I chose a bad one to start with because I was having a little bit of trouble like figuring out what I had to do with it, right?
Yeah.
But then like I was like, oh, let me download an easy one next, and it was just the Gundam building one, which is basically just like a 3D puzzle. It's not even 3D. It's more of a perspective thing because you'll see like 2 pieces and you'll be like, oh, these 2 click together this way, and then you can put the little toe of the Gundam on it. It was very cool.
Nice.
I would recommend it.
Yeah. He does just ultra hard games. Like,
I mean,
that's cool that there's the easier puzzles in there though.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to download that and play it.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just, and the whole like wrapper of being this BBS that you can dial into is crazy. It looks like there's a bit of a story going on in it too, because as I'm reading the little stories about the history of this fake game, it'll add like contacts to my contact list.
Oh.
So maybe I can email them later or something.
Nice.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I was deep into the BBS culture in town.
I wasn't. I did a little bit of dialing into BBSs, but
yeah,
nothing
I actually
major.
had my own BBS called the Stealthy Monkey BBS.
Stealthy Monkey.
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. Do you have any of that tech or files or anything left over?
I might still have them somewhere.
Dude,
but,
you could.
I mean, they would be on floppy disk.
Yeah, but you could like hook it up and get it on an emulator or something like that.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah,
yeah. If you find that stuff, you should totally do that. That'd be crazy just to like go look at all the crap.
Yeah,
that you'd had. Yeah, that was back in the day when if you wanted to look at a picture on a BBS, it was like a ASCII art.
Yes.
Very crazy.
It looks like you can still get the software. WWIV BBS software.
Yeah, but I mean, there's emulators for this
oh, yeah,
shit
for
now
sure.
too, so you can set up your own BBS on your phone.
Yeah. You dial into my BBS. Everybody.
Exactly. And then last night I played Core Keeper on stream. Just started over. Just haven't played it since it came out, basically.
Yeah, there's been a few updates.
Yeah, and they got the new update with the boats and everything.
Yeah.
Didn't get that far. You have to get far enough to get to the boats, so probably should have just continued on rather than starting new.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I mean, I don't remember how to play or do anything. And as I was playing, I was like, oh yeah, you can level up in this game. I forgot about that. And then on last Saturday night, yes. No, wait. Was it Saturday? Did I already talk about Little Hope? No, I don't think I did.
No. Didn't you play that?
I thought I played it on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday or Sunday or Monday, something like that.
Huh.
I didn't watch any of it. I didn't. Yeah, I think maybe it was Saturday.
What?
So
It
was the
it
day I
was.
was busy.
It was okay.
I think
I'm
you
thinking
played during the day.
No, I played it at night,
night?
but it was like I was like, why didn't I talk about it on the last podcast? It's like, oh, we don't record on Sunday anymore. We record on Saturday.
Yes,
I did the podcast, and then at night I played Little Hope. So this was like the second Dark Pictures game from Supermassive. The first one was the Man of Medan, and this is like it's like an interactive movie more or less, where you play as these characters and choose their.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Choose their like what they do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This one was crazy. Generally these games, I'm gonna spoil a little bit here. I don't think.
Go ahead.
You're not gonna play it.
No,
So.
definitely not.
So if you're interested in playing Little Hope, fast forward a bit. But
yeah, turn your ear holes off.
I think in the Man of Medan, the goal is like you want everybody to survive, basically. But I think in this one, you kind of want everybody to die. Because at the end of the game, it turned out that all the other characters were just like figments of the imagination of the main character.
Oh.
And I ended up getting arrested because of choices I made at the end, and only 2 of the guys survived. No, 3 of the guys survived. I had 2 deaths.
Yep.
then I was thinking afterwards, it's like, well, if all the other guys died and just the main character lived, wouldn't that be like a good ending? Because he got rid of his all like fake personalities. And then if I didn't do this, like the reason I got arrested is there's like, I find a gun and I can see all these bad guys. They're like figments of my imagination. But there's one real guy that's in the game that you encounter. And I see he's going to get attacked. So I'm like, let me pull out the gun and shoot him. And I did that. But I fired over his shoulder. But after that, he called the cops, and that's why I got arrested.
Ah. Huh.
So I was like, if I don't do that and I kill all the guys, would I be like, is that the good ending? So
you have to go back and replay it.
It's pretty crazy. The only problem is the game's 5 hours long. So
easy replay.
Yeah, an easy replay.
Easy replay.
Right. So I do want to try and see if I kill everybody, what happens.
Yeah.
Because things just change if people are dead.
You have to make a video. Little Hope, all endings.
Dude, there's like a lot of endings because there's 6 characters. Yeah. So each ending is different depending on which combo of people live. So it was an interesting story. It was like he was having flashbacks to like the 1600 and witch trials, and then he was in the present day, and there's also like in the 70s and stuff like that.
Nice.
It was interesting. It was not an ending I expected, that's for sure.
Yeah.
When it happened. Huh. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I'd be just do that, just like go through, especially if it's only that long. Go through and just like try and get some of the other endings.
Yeah.
And see if you can get the ultra good ending, and then put a compilation of all the endings together.
Exactly. I mean, that's already done.
It is, but
I got my playthrough that I'll put up eventually when I edit it down. I'm still uploading the Man of Medan ones from like last year or like 2 years ago. So I did record it, so I can do it. It's just whatever. I think I'll go back and wait till Man of Medan is on sale and then go back and revisit that one and try to save everyone. Because I killed one guy in that playthrough by accident. As soon as it happened, I'm like, you kind of like, you're in this ship and it's like got the story of the Man of Medan is there's this like psychotropic gas that's released. So you're kind of having hallucinations.
Yeah.
And I was getting attacked, or so I thought. And as soon as I stabbed the guy, I was like, oh, fuck, I killed the guy. Like, I killed my buddy. I was just like having a, bad reaction to the gas.
Yeah, you're tripping out, man.
But that was the thing, is we didn't know the stuff was fake at that point.
Yeah.
We just thought it was real. So anyways, it's same thing in this Little Hope is like, oh, she's coming to something's coming to get us. Get out the gun. And I was like, oh, I got to shoot her. And then as soon as I shot, I was like, oh no, I killed this character. No. And then it was like, yes, I did kill her. So they did a good job by like sort of distracting you from it, and then you're like, oh fuck, I screwed up.
Yeah.
So it was very good. And then the last thing I played, Vintage Story. Oh my god. What a game.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Vintage Story?
No, not a clue. Nothing. Never heard of it.
This is a voxel based block game that started off as a Minecraft mod and is now its own game.
Yeah.
And it's like hardcore Minecraft basically.
Huh.
Where it's like, oh, you want to have a metal pickaxe? Well, you better smelt down the ore and pour it into the mold of a pickaxe. And the mold of the pickaxe, you made that by digging up clay and forming it into the shape of a mold, and then firing that mold to make it hard for you to make this pickaxe. It is crazy.
I mean, there's a mod in Minecraft to do that.
Yeah, it's based off of a Minecraft mod. It's so crazy the stuff you can do in this game. I am loving it. I bought it probably like 6 months ago.
Yep.
And we're looking at the video of like the update that's coming out soon, with the new features they're adding in. Yeah, you can gold pan in it, cast your stuff. It's just crazy. I was just thinking about it all day at work yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I want to go home and play Vintage Story. So
single player, multiplayer?
Single or multiplayer. You can have a server. Excuse me. It's crazy. I'm loving it. It's very like super grindy though. Like, yeah. Like you cut down a tree and you get 8 logs, and then you can take those logs and make them into like 32 pieces of firewood. But like that's maybe enough for a day.
Interesting.
And like you have to eat food or you'll start to die.
Yep.
You can't set your spawn point.
Oh.
I mean, you can later in the game when you get like the whatever thing to build your spawn point. But like you just die, you go back to world spawn. So if you've built your house like a million miles away, it's like, fuck, I gotta go all the way back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I'm liking it a lot though.
Yeah, it said in the video, make cheese and pies. I'm like, yes, I like cheese.
Yes, you can make cheese. Yeah, you can make alcohol. Just, it's crazy. You can make a root cellar, so you want to preserve your food.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it spoils, but you can put it in the root cellar.
Huh.
It's cooler down there. It lasts longer. Or you can put it in a crock pot. It'll last a little bit longer. Or you can seal the crock pot with fat, and it'll last even longer. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's like $30. Man.
Looks great. Yeah, lots of detail, lots of complexity.
Yep. Yeah.
It looks
Different
like.
wood types, different block types. It's not like Minecraft where it's like, oh, you have cobblestone and you want to make a cobblestone stair. It's like, no problem.
Yeah.
You use the cobblestone block. No, this one you have to get the cobblestone, like small rocks, mix it with clay, and then you can make a stair. So if you have a cobblestone block, like a big one,
Yeah.
that's it. You can't change it to anything else. So I'm loving
Interesting.
it. I'm going to play it when I go home.
Yeah, looks
It's
pretty
crazy.
cool.
It's
Looks pretty
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. It's hard as hell, though.
Yeah.
Like, you'll start and be like, oh, wolf bit me. I'm dead.
I'm bleeding out. That's
Yeah. It's
Game
just
over.
game over.
it.
So,
Cool.
yeah, like it a lot.
Yeah, looks
Highly
good.
recommended. But I think that's pretty much all I played.
Nice.
What about yourself?
I had work all week.
How was work?
It was work.
Yeah.
Lots of lots of hats still. All the hats
Oh,
on
too
my
many
head.
hats.
Too many hats. The old QC/QA manager came up to do some training for my office employee who's
Mhm.
going to be taking over that role. And that's a little bit stressful because he doesn't train very well. Just like, let's talk about this. Now let's do this. This.
Oh, like
This.
Oh, yeah.
Just blasting through it. He was only here for 2 days, but then also like jumping around so much, nothing's in order. Doesn't have like
Oh,
a
yeah.
plan on just all over the place.
Fun.
So that was a little stressful for him, but
Mm-hmm.
hopefully next week will be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just the same old at work.
Fun.
Yes, I even worked for 15 minutes today.
Really?
Yeah. Every time I pick up the phone on the weekend, I charge him 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Yes, that's how you got to do it.
Exactly.
So if my guys are working, every time I pick up the phone, 15 minutes of overtime.
Perfect. I like it.
Yeah.
Make it 30.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that.
You can do anything. I believe in you.
I suppose. Steam Deck showed up on Tuesday.
Wow.
Cracked that bad boy open.
Yep.
And that is all I've been playing.
It's just Steam Deck all day, every day.
Steam Deck all day, every day. It's just so nice. You just kick back on the couch, Steam Deck, not bothering anybody else, just hanging out, put it down, do some other stuff. It's good.
Mhm.
It's good. The it's solidly constructed. Feels like
Yeah, it's heavy.
it's fairly beefy.
Yep.
Nice screen on it, even though it's it's only like 1280 by 920 or something like that, 980, whatever. It's a weird resolution on it.
Oh, yeah. It's not even a 4K screen?
No.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, actually.
It's a weird like by 900 screen, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. The first thing I did, of course, was to
Watch
try
a
and get-
porno?
Try and get Epic working.
Oh, yeah.
You can sideload Epic on there, and what you have to do is load the Heroic Games launcher,
Mhm.
which has Epic and GOG in it at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, just mostly your entire library works.
Nice.
It may work not as good without a mouse and keyboard, but it still
Yeah.
works.
Did you play Satisfactory?
I did not play Satisfactory.
That sounds terrible, actually.
I loaded on. I was like, I need a game to play on this. Let's see what's cool, what I haven't played yet, what I wanted to try, and I loaded up Loop Hero,
Oh, yeah.
and oh my god, that is a game.
I remember, I think when I saw that game first, I told you that you should
Yeah,
play Loop Hero.
Probably,
I'm
probably.
pretty sure I did.
yeah. I've been playing it nonstop.
Yeah.
ever since.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay. Mikey
it's-
T, here you go.
Yeah, because it's a roguelike auto battler RPG thing where you kind of like build the
Yeah, it's like a city builder too.
Yeah,
or
well,
world builder.
Yeah, you have a loop that you walk around, and there's only slimes that spawn on because it's just like a barren. It's
Mhm.
just like a barren wasteland of nothing.
Yeah.
And then you pull cards out of your deck because it's also a deck construction game.
All it's missing is some ball rolling.
Oh yeah, I know. And you can you start building the world up around you, but the more you build the world up around you, the more enemies and different types of enemies will spawn depending on what your cards are.
Yeah.
So I found out that there's mountains, and every mountain you put mountains and rocks. You put mountains and rocks down, and the more you have next to each other, the more hit points you get. But as soon as you get a 3x3, you get the mountain peak. It turns into the mountain peak, and that spawns harpies that come down and attack you.
Hate when that happens.
But, you got a lot of hit points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there's all kinds of other stuff. You build cemeteries and vampire houses and thickets and stuff like that. And each thing spawns different monsters for you to fight. And it just automatically fights, and you upgrade your gear and you try and get through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember watching it and I was like, oh yeah, this looks interesting. I could probably play this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But I never did.
It's a lot of fun.
You playing on the Steam Deck?
Yeah, it works great on the Jack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just been sitting there playing it. And it's nice because it's one of those games where you just put it down.
Yeah.
You'd be in the middle of a run, just like, yeah, it's fine. Just put it down, go do something else for a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been cleaning up the basement, getting a lot of stuff on I cleaned out the carport, put a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, sold some stuff.
Yep.
Started cleaning out the basement.
Nice.
So hopefully be able to get stuff done. And I think I'm going to rearrange the old Purple Room Studios in here.
Oh, how are you going to rearrange it?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I think I might try and get those shelvings to the other room once I get that cleaned out.
Yeah.
Just to make more room in here. Because it's a little bit cramped. It feels a little bit cramped.
Little cramped,
It
but
feels a little cramped. So I want to get
it's
some
not
stuff
crazy.
out of here. No. And do some different rearranging in here.
Cool.
Get some organizing in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yes, played a little Vampire Survivors.
Mm-hmm.
As we were talking about in the pre-show.
Yeah, you mentioned the way you said it before in the pre-show was like, did I tell you about the build? And I was like, no.
Well, I used your build.
Yeah, but I wanted to, you said it like there was some sort of revelatory thing about it.
No, it's just,
okay.
It was revelatory for me.
Oh, yeah. It worked well for you?
Yeah, it worked very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it once and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is why this works.
So I think that's kind of like every weapon probably has like something like that where it's like, I don't like this weapon, but then it's like when you actually
have it evolved
or like, use it in a combo, you're like, oh, okay, I get how this works and how this could really work well for me now here or whatever. You were using the whip with like the multiplier.
Yeah.
And like speed reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like continual whips, just like nonstop.
Yeah, and I went on that stage that you were like, oh yeah, do the library, and so I went there and I was like, oh okay, and then all of a sudden there was the grimoire popped up for me. And I was like, oh okay,
the grimoire.
I was like, what is this? And I went and picked it up, like, oh well, this makes everything just a lot easier. Yeah,
it shows all the combos for the evolutions of the weapons.
Yeah,
makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, as long as you have one of the things in your inventory, it'll tell you what the other thing is that you need.
Well, no, once it's unlocked, then it is unlocked and you just know it. You don't have to have it.
Oh, yeah. But if you don't know it yet, it'll tell you what the other thing is you need to do the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yes.
I wish it just had like real achievements in it. But I guess it's in game preview still, so.
Yeah. Definitely.
But I mean, that doesn't matter really. Grounded's still in game preview and you got achievements, so.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to real release, though.
Yeah.
But, it's crazy.
Yeah, I need to get that working on the Steam Deck for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can get Game Pass on there. I mean, at worst, you could just probably... I don't know if the cloud gaming is based on you can get it in a browser on the Xbox. For the Xbox gaming.
Well, how you're supposed to get it to work is install Edge.
Oh,
and then run some command lines to get it to sync up and work. It's like it's a whole to-do.
Okay.
And I need a mouse and keyboard to do it.
Oh.
And I actually, because I was trying to log into Epic and it wouldn't let me log into Epic on there. It was just like, because I was doing it through the PlayStation portal.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I always used to log in and it worked fine. But on the deck, it won't let you.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't contact the server. So I was like, damn it. So I had to go out and buy a USB-C to USB 3 A-type.
Oh, yeah. Just so to plug it in?
Dock, yeah. Just to plug in my mouse and keyboard so I get the mouse and keyboard working.
Oh, crazy.
So I could type and use the mouse pointer easily.
I wonder if does it have Bluetooth? Could you hook up a Bluetooth?
Oh, yeah, it's got Bluetooth. You could totally do that.
Yeah.
I didn't have any Bluetooth things, though.
Yeah, if you did, though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
can you... I guess you could maybe sync up a PlayStation controller to it and play multiplayer? I wonder if
probably.
that's possible.
I would imagine it is.
Crazy. Imagine trying to play multiplayer on that screen.
Yeah, it's a large screen.
Still, you'd have to like crowd around it and.
Oh yeah.
No, the glare. I can't see. Turn it my way.
Well, you could just output it to a TV too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you get the USB-C to DisplayPort.
Oh, wow.
'Cause you can output via USB-C.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. It's like a computer.
It literally is a computer that runs Linux.
Cool.
Yeah, because you can like exit out of the Steam OS interface and straight into a Linux interface.
Oh, crazy.
And
That's cool.
do all the things you need to do within Linux.
Nice.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
I can watch YouTube on it, probably do Spotify, do all the things. The speaker sounds pretty good.
I tried it. I don't think I had the volume turned up or something because I didn't hear anything.
Probably not. But the Loop Hero definitely sounds like a nice little NES
Oh, nice.
soundtrack.
Yeah, it's
and-
definitely
or
like
SNES
looks like
soundtrack.
a little bit better. It's got like 16-bit graphics, but 8-bit palette kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little
'Cause-
bit muddy, but it looks really good in its pixel art.
Yeah, because it's not really 8-bit.
No.
But it's got like a 8-bit palette, I think, for the colors.
Oh yeah, definitely like an 8-bit palette.
Yeah.
It's very not bright.
Yeah. Oh,
its
the
palette.
graphics are, yeah, they're a little too nice for the NES.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of sprites and a lot of pixels happening.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely interesting though.
It's more like an old PC game.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely has that kind of interface too.
Yeah.
Like the Baldur's Gate PC games. But yeah, car building in it, awesome. Love it.
Can't get enough.
Can't get enough of that sugar, Chris.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
You didn't watch anything?
Just the stuff I needed to, except for
The Boys?
The Boys.
Damn, you didn't see the finale?
Is it the finale?
Yep.
No, haven't seen it yet. Did watch Miss Marvel. Did play the Game Club.
Did play the game club?
Did play Game Club.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all my TV time watching time went to Loop Hero.
Yeah, fair enough.
I did a little editing. I got another Apex video hopefully coming out soonish.
Ooh, sexy.
Hopefully I'll be able to edit all day tomorrow, but who knows? I might just clean the house instead.
Yep, who knows?
House cleaning.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Yes.